Welcome, Internet. Welcome, Fantasy Football World. We are Fantasy Football Fiesta, the best fantasy football podcast on earth, with the word Fiesta in the title. I am your host, Tarnell Mims. My Twitter is ABL Alpha Supreme. Hashtag me at FF Fiesta, Fantasy Football Fiesta, or FFF. I have my co-host with me as always. My first co-host, Jason. Introduce yourself, please.
Hey everybody, about fucking time we win a game. Jesus. Anyway, Charger fan, born and raised San Diego, don't be afraid. You can find me at SD Charger FN96. You can pound me up at FF Fiesta. You can find us at Fantasy Football Fiesta.kizom on the interneters. And that's it. Chargers, we're going to the Super Bowl. Do it.
Yes. Delusion.
Oh, man.
Nice.
Let's start this night off.
Aaron, introduce yourself.
Oh, what's up, everybody? My name is Aaron Dion. You can find me on Twitter at ABolofAaron. I don't know what the fuck Jason's talking about. We've been winning all year long. I am your resident Bronco fan, and I'm feeling good this week. Once again, right where we belong on the top of the AFC West. And we still got to play the Chargers twice this year, so I don't know what you're talking about. Super Bowl, motherfucker.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Wins one game against the Jaguars, and suddenly it's Super Bowl. Holy shit. It is a roller coaster ride with Jason in the house.
That's a game you probably shouldn't do. But...
Oh, Brock, that's the Brockologist, man. Get used to it. You guys got an appointment next week.
Brock and roll.
Yeah, I heard that one. I like the Broctologist.
The Broctologist is interesting.
Yeah, they got a Broctology appointment next week. We'll see you Sunday.
Oh,
in San Diego, don't be afraid.
Interesting.
Love it.
Well, it's good to be back here with my voice not nearly as bad as it was last week.
Yeah, we can hear you again. This is exciting.
I know. So here we are, people. Fantasy Football Fiesta. We are available wherever fine books are sold. If they still
which is pretty much nowhere.
Nowhere. You can follow us along always at fantasyfootballfiesta.com. Podcast audio on the podcast available shortly after the live show is up. So YouTube, Stitcher, iTunes, whatever. We're all over the place. We're international. All the digital. We're here. For those who don't know and those that do, we're gonna just go over this as always. We like to drink while we talk fantasy football. We take a sip.
Who doesn't? It's Tuesday. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, that's right. Drunk on a Tuesday. Who knows? Yeah, we like to drink. You can drink with either Team Tarnell, Team Aaron, or Team Jason. I have no actual shot with me, but I do have a big Green Bay cup full of wine, and I will be doing it classy this Tuesday.
Fancy.
Fancy. That's right.
Stay classy. Stay classy.
Make sure you got the pinky finger up when you drink. That's how you know you're legit.
Out Green Bay.
There you go.
Pinky finger up. That's how we do it. So
who knew the Green Bay was wine country?
Yeah, who knew? But here we go. So introductory shot. Let's go start it off right. Fantasy football.
All right, motherfuckers. Where are we at? Week 13, 14?
Week 13, the last week of the regular season as far as fantasy is concerned. Week after this, we are talking playoffs.
Playoffs!
So this is
playoffs? You want to talk playoffs?
Playoffs!
Only people in the playoffs can talk playoffs.
Channel your inner Jim Mora. Here we go. Oh.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Alex the bubbly. Here we go.
Bubbly.
Wine's not supposed to be bubbly. You sure you got wine?
I've got wine. Well, it's bubble from the being poured in, but
Cherry
Sprite. No, it's a white wine. I don't know what it is. It's all right though. I'm usually a red wine person if I'm drinking wine.
If I'm drinking wine.
Yeah, I'm not a drink. But wine drinkers drink when they're not drinking wine. But yeah, this week was interesting.
This week was fantastic. This was my favorite week yet.
What's happening, what I wanted to have happen is happening. I wanted the Patriots to lose in the regular season. I want the Carolina Panthers to run the table now. Because because them going 16-0 will take a little of the mystique off the Patriots doing it. Because they'll have done it in the same era, and now they're not alone, they're not special. So I'm good with Carolina going 16-0.
Yeah, and they can go 18-1 and drop one to the Broncos in the Super Bowl.
Tom Brady was a little whiny bitch after that game. Holy shit.
Yeah, I like that.
We're going to get lit up on Twitter, but the whole damn Patriot Nation goes into whiny little bitch mode every time they lose.
Oh, yeah, we lost the game.
Oh, it was our backups. Oh, the refs. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Yeah, now you hear Gronk talking about, they're targeting him for the offensive pass interference calls. And I didn't see the calls that they made, but I know you get those calls a lot when they run those pick routes.
Yeah.
And if you start blocking before the ball's in the air, you're going to get called for offensive pass interference. That's just...
And the Patriots organization is why they're calling those pass interferences on the pick routes now.
Right.
They made their fortune on it, and the league is like, all right, you guys need to settle down a little bit.
Everyone else was getting called on that shit. But the Patriots were never getting called on that. They finally, I think the league, what happened is the league's starting to pay attention now.
Yeah.
And they're paying attention. They're telling, hey, look, no, you guys are running that pick route. You need to wait till that ball's in there before you can start blocking.
Yeah. Well, I did go on a drunken, half-coherent rant about the officiating last week, and the problem with the officiating is consistency. I mean, if it's a penalty, call it, but sometimes it's not called. People are getting away with stuff that may or may not be a penalty, so if it's a penalty, call it. If it's not, let it go.
Right.
Oh, and the officiating crew I was so pissed off about against the Bears, they got yanked out of the primetime game for next week. They got reassigned.
Well, the ones for the Thanksgiving game? Or the Bears
no,
game?
it was the one that I was so pissed off about, the Bears game, where the Broncos had like 150 yards in penalties, and the Bears had 0 penalties all game long. They were the same team that officiated the Arizona game this weekend, and I didn't see that one, but I guess there were shenanigans going on there too, and they got yanked from the primetime game next week.
Your team needs to stop cheating. Don't fucking blame
There's a little bit of that too, but you know.
The officiating's been terrible this year across the board.
Yeah.
I think they're all high, or they need to be drug tested. Something's going on.
Man, there's so many calls where like they're iffy. I mean, even Thursday night's game, there was calls that we got. I was kind of like, I mean, I'm a fan. I'm like, wait, was that? I'm not sure that was the call that you guys called, but okay. Like,
and the fact that I have no idea what a catch looks like anymore is problematic.
The players don't know.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, you know.
It's not the
players.
The players are like, I hope this is a catch.
Yeah, you got to take the ball home with you and put it in your trophy case, and then they're like, all right, he has possession.
Right, yeah, it's insane. But yeah, so yeah, we lost again, and
we didn't.
We don't lose to at home, the Bears, and
yeah, that was weird.
We only had one.
You guys got boned on that one too by a bad call.
Which one?
The offsides that got whistled dead that should have been a free play that would have been a clear touchdown, and they whistled it dead. So, well,
yeah, I was like, wait, that's typically a free play, but
there was no unabated, there was no anything. That's what I'm talking about, consistency. It's like, well, okay, you whistled it dead, but I will see that 100 more times, and I won't see it whistled. You know, maybe once.
Aaron Rodgers makes his career off of the free plays.
Yeah, that's a marker of a good quarterback. That's what they do.
Right. And it's just, I don't know. Oh, man. But yeah, you know what? I want to get in. I'm going to work on this stuff. I'm going to jump right into the burritos and chips. And waivers and everything else, and the news and NFL, and who's a dumpster fire, who's fantasy worthy, who's not, who you need to get rid of because holy shit, they suck. So let's start off with burritos. Let's see. There's kind of burritos here. We've done surf and turf. Have we done straight shrimp or a fish burrito yet?
I don't know that we've done a fish burrito. I don't know that we should really do a fish burrito. Maybe we just go plain old carne asada again.
That's fine. You know what? No, we're gonna go back to OG California burrito status.
Throwing the potatoes in there. I'm not a fan, but do what you like.
You're not a fan of the California?
No, I don't like the French fries in my burrito.
Oh, something's wrong with you, sir.
I know, that's what they say. Too much starch. I'm good with more meat.
No, yeah. We're gonna have to frame that one.
Yeah. Good.
That's the sound.
Good thing you can't pull out the sound bites.
Oh, not on the fly, but that will be coming up in that'll come up in another podcast there.
Shit.
Yeah.
I hadn't even thought about that. I need to be careful.
Aaron likes more meat. That's all.
Uh,
All right, so we're giving out California burritos. First California burritos goes out to the running backs. Running backs this week, the top fantasy producers. Number 1, Adrian Peterson, back on top like everyone expects him to be.
That's right.
Next up, C.J. Anderson showed up like people thought he would, and Eddie Lacy. I guess the consensus is you got to start these guys late in the season, not in the beginning of the season.
Yeah, apparently all of these guys suddenly are relevant.
They are who we thought they were. All right, next up, wide receivers getting burritos is Doug Baldwin. He had an amazing little display there this weekend. Sammy Watkins, and then Calvin Johnson. How horrible are the Eagles?
They're bad enough for what's-his-name to go on a fucking rant in the third quarter. He was like, I ain't even fucking watching the end of this shit. I'm gonna tear into these guys for 15 minutes.
I don't know. There's a guy on his YouTube name is Eat That Pussy 445.
Shout
out to Eat That 445.
We gotta get him on the podcast.
I gotta reach out to him somehow. He's a huge Philly fan, and Philly
in more ways than one.
Yeah.
What?
In more ways than one.
Yeah, I mean, you see when he's posting his videos, there's a shit ton of Eagles memorabilia in the back. He's typically got an Eagles jersey or shirt on, but he's ranting and raves when they have a fucked up loss. And man, this time he didn't even wait till the game was over. Halfway through the third quarter, he was already fucking pissed off, and that shit was fun. The look he had for Chip Kelly's face, though, was hilarious. So yeah, so Calvin Johnson represented again. In fact, a lot of the Lions represented in that game. But yeah, so that was the wide receivers to get California burritos. Now we're going on to tight ends. Julius Thomas had an appearance this weekend. I heard that. Thought that guy just went into obscurity. Yeah.
Is he back on the Broncos?
No, he's still catching passes from Blake Bortles down there in Jacksonville, and he was the number 1 fantasy tight end this week.
That's weird.
Yeah. Also, the number 2 fantasy tight end was in that same game, Mr. Antonio Gates. He
150 years old and still catching passes. He's pretty good.
It's amazing.
He only catches touchdowns, maybe. He only catches touchdowns.
Yeah, well.
Fantasy relevant.
And this guy, the number 3 fantasy producer for tight ends, I have never heard of him before. I don't think he's ever made it into the top 3 as a tight end. I don't know if you guys heard of this gentleman, Rob Gronkowski, but he apparently did good this weekend. And good enough to
With one leg.
Yeah,
he played half a game.
And got to number 3. Had he finished that game, what would have happened? Jesus.
So, little shout out for all the fantasy people on Antonio Gates. He's 8 shy away from tying the all-time touchdown receptions for a tight end. Gonzalez has number 1. But Phillip Rivers said that he will try his hardest to get that record this year. So, Gates is going to get a bunch of touchdowns.
Attention to all Denver linebackers. Shoot for the knees.
Old Gatesy, scoring touchdowns.
Yeah. QBs that did good this weekend for fantasy football. Top fantasy producing QB for the week, Russell Wilson actually aired it out a bit there. Number 2, Matthew Stafford. Well, with 5 touchdowns, yeah, you should be up there at the top.
Yeah, welcome back to relevancy. That was a weird game because that was the early one out here. It started at 10 a.m. out in San Diego. I didn't turn it on till like noon, and they were already up like 150 to nothing.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
It helps.
That's when dude started the rant halfway through. He's like, it's 38-7. Shit, I thought it would be 31-7 at this point.
Yeah, right. It helps when you have Calvin.
But he's basically saying that
He's
telling them need to get
okay.
the fuck out. I kind of agree with them. I don't think a college system.
Yeah.
I think the college system finally got everyone else in the NFL caught up to it, and anyone that made that system what it was is gone. He said, "Fuck all of Andy Reid's guys. I can do this," and the guys who do it, they're not doing it. So I don't know. I don't think he makes it past this season.
Oh yeah, I don't think so either. I think he is done for.
Yeah, he's definitely done for. Let's see. Number 3 QB there, Ryan Fitzpatrick. Old Fitzy out there in New York Jets. He's the top 3. He's the 3rd top producer QB this week in fantasy football world. Get all of those QBs some nice California burritos. And those metric walk on those mothers. All right. Kickers. Graham Gano, top kicking fantasy kicker this week. Jason Myers and No Country for Old Men Adam Vinatieri. And number 3. It was number 3. Defense special teams. Number 1.
Whoever played the Eagles.
Right. No, actually, the Panthers were number 1. I think they had 2 pick sixes.
Oh yeah, that'll put you on the list.
Yeah, they got up there. Bengals did good this week against St. Louis, and the Ravens, who happen to have 2 defensive touchdowns.
Oh man.
Yeah,
I almost feel like the Browns should be paying for that burrito.
Oh, they should. Man, people were pissed off. Did you see the video they showed where one dude was like in the stands ripping his jersey? Like right after that touchdown, he fucking ripped his jersey right off of him. Like just sure. I was like, oh.
Yeah. I mean, how pissed
that
off?
doesn't surprise me.
How pissed off are the Cleveland Browns fans when Cleveland left to Baltimore? So that's really Cleveland's team that's winning all these games and championships.
That Cleveland's beating Cleveland in Cleveland.
Cleveland's beating Cleveland in Cleveland. So.
Wow, that's
and
like
Cleveland left and Cleveland got two
massive
Super Bowl rings.
Yeah, fucking Art Modell. I'm surprised he's not dead by now.
There's 2 Super Bowl rings that should be in Cleveland that are in Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
You've got Hall of Famers like future Hall of Famers like Ray Lewis and Ed Reed.
Yep.
And they should be Browns. And then they come in, and then those guys are done. But now you got a whole new era, and they come in and beat the Browns.
Yeah. They block a field goal for a touchdown.
But in fairness, I don't think the actual Cleveland Browns would have drafted Ray Lewis or Ed Reed. So they would have just gone somewhere else. That becomes the whole if-L situation.
Right.
Who the fuck knows?
Yeah.
Did I tell you guys I was looking at the whole Tom Brady draft, and the Browns took a quarterback in the 6th round of that draft that played like 3 games and stunk up the joint and nobody ever saw him again? I'd like to go back in time and see the alternate timeline and see what happens if the Browns draft Tom Brady.
And then the New England Patriots draft that other guy?
Or, whatever. Just, I want to see what happens with Tom Brady in Cleveland. Are they
moved to Baltimore. That's what happens.
Right. Hey.
They still moved to Baltimore.
What's funny? Even Belichick was the coach of the Browns for one time.
Yeah, maybe. Well, shit. What was the timeline on that? I'd have to go back and look because it was the '99 draft, which I think is when the Browns came back, right?
I
think they were gone. I'd have to go back and look, but they were gone for a few years and then reassembled there. But shit, the NFL situation, you might see Tom Brady and Belichick assemble in Cleveland, and then both of them would suck up the joint, and both of them would be out of the league about 10 years ago now.
So the Browns moved to Baltimore in '95.
Okay, and then there was like a couple 3 years. So it was 1999 was the draft. So they were back in around that time.
'99. Good call.
Yeah. So there you go. What if?
Wow.
What if they take a stab at the fucking lanky guy that can't run and
undersized, weak arm. Kid from California played in Michigan. Who knows?
Right.
7th round. Boom.
Nah, that's bad. Yeah, watching his combine is fucking pathetic. Just laughing when you look like, what the hell? He literally looked like the kid that gets picked last for a pickup football game.
Yeah.
And now
Well,
he's
he pretty much was.
yeah.
Who's laughing now?
And now he's losing in Denver.
Someone's happy about that. All right, so now we're on the chips, which these are all the guys who went and stunk up your joint. You started them, you thought you were going to get some good production out of them, and they did nothing for you. So here's the stale-ass chips.
James Jones better be on this list.
Everyone on your fantasy team's on that list.
Yeah.
Should be.
Tony
Romo, James Jones.
Yeah, I guess I'll throw that out there. All right. Well, I don't really put in injuries but I think I did this time. Oh, did I? No, I didn't. No, I usually don't put in injuries because.
Well, let's hear your list. I may have some personal.
Add on.
Add
on to this. For running backs, I basically had LeGarrette Blount and Todd Gurley. Todd Gurley, it's like, what? You're supposed to be the man. Everyone's praising you, and you did nothing against the Bengals. LeGarrette Blount, you were the guy, and you really. I started you when I'm pissed, so there. That's why LeGarrette Blount.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because who's really expecting that much out of LeGarrette Blount?
Yeah.
Now the truth comes out.
Wide receivers, I had Julio Jones, and I had the pair of guys in the 88 Club who did shit, Demaryius Thomas and Des Bryant.
Yeah, I don't know what to say about Demaryius Thomas.
Yeah.
I'm more than a little irritated with that guy.
Overrated. Overpaid.
So you don't
Definitely overpaid.
Now,
I don't know if we've talked about this before. I subscribe to the notion that if you pay a big dollar wide receiver, you are not winning a fucking Super Bowl. You could go back and look. You'd have to go back to the 90s when right?
Rice. Jerry Rice.
Oh no, yeah, Jerry Rice, but 88 for the Cowboys too.
Michael Irvin.
Yeah, Michael Irvin. Those are the last two that were big ticket guys that won ring. Ever since, it's guys like Julian Edelman and Danny Amendola that have rings. No team that has a big ticket wide receiver has won a Super Bowl in over 20 years now. The big dollar wide receivers will take a 5-11 team to 8-8 or 9-6, but they're not taking you to the championship. That money is best spent elsewhere. So when we drop that big money on Demaryius Thomas, don't get me wrong, I like the guy. He's a pretty solid wide receiver 90% of the time. But there's no reason for a championship team to pay a wide receiver that kind of money. When you've got a good quarterback and you've got a good defense and you've got a good line, you can find somebody that's mediocre to catch the ball and get you first downs.
Yeah, it is interesting because it's like, even though they were, I guess, before they were big ticket guys, like we had Jennings and Jordy Nelson, but it's funny that after Jennings left, he was nothing.
Yeah, he was one of those guys that Aaron Rodgers made great. I think Jordy Nelson's probably one of those dudes too. I don't think he's going to have great success in Jacksonville or something like that. So
you don't believe in Blake Bortles?
We'll see. But I'm just saying, there's some quarterbacks that make their receivers good. We can get into the whole Pro Bowl thing because I think Marvin Harrison has a lot of that going on too. He's a decent receiver, but he had an amazing quarterback his entire career too. But you spend that kind of money, and what you're doing, you're spending the money there that you're not spending somewhere else. You want that money spent on the defense. You want some good linemen, and that's what's going to win you the championship. You got the home run hitter that he's gonna take that game that you lost, and he gets your home run, and he's taking that 5-11 team to Midland, and he's gonna put guys in the seats. But wide receivers don't win championships.
I think Marvin Harrison might be the one anomaly in the recent years, in that whole thing for big ticket guys.
Maybe, but
I think he's like I said, he's the anomaly in that.
It may be the exception that proves the rule. I'd have to go back and look at his contract too, but I would. It's hard to say because he didn't. He only ever played for Peyton Manning when Peyton Manning was at the height of his career. So.
Yeah.
It's hard to say how he would have done with somebody else. But the same could be said of any wide receiver. If they've got a shitty quarterback, they're going to have trouble succeeding. But when you're spending that much money, it doesn't translate into championships in the modern era. Essentially, since free agency started. Since free agency started, really, it doesn't pay to pay a wide receiver. Unless you're one of those mediocre teams and you need a home run hitter that's going to have some flash. But other than that, it's not worth it.
Hashtag Aaron hates wideouts. All right, so.
Wah, wah, wah.
I like him, but you look at the stars in the Super Bowls. What was the dude's name in Pittsburgh that had that miraculous catch? Santonio Holmes.
Right?
No, I'm thinking the one when they played the Cardinals. Santonio Holmes with that miraculous catch at the edge. So these guys that are not making $8 million a year, they got the ability to make the plays. So
yeah,
it just
see, I think
it
that's
just doesn't pay.
Because it's like I guess are we counting? Are we just looking at people you pay a lot of money, or are we looking at people?
No, I'm looking at the money. When you pay these guys a ton of money to be your wide receiver, what's happening, I think, is that you're paying these guys, and you got a salary cap situation, so you pay this guy $8-10 million a year, and you can't have your star cornerbacks, you can't have the stud linebackers, you can't have you're going to suffer somewhere else, and I think that's what keeps you out of the Super Bowl when you're spending that much money on the wide receiver.
Well, if you look at it, the last 1, 2, 3, 4 Super Bowls, the teams that have won are New England Patriots, who have no wide receivers. Seattle Seahawks have no big-name wide receivers. Baltimore Ravens had no big-name wide receivers. New York Giants had no big-name wide receivers.
No, they had one.
Who?
They had Anquan Bolden when they won.
But they weren't paying him a lot. He was on like a $1 million one-year contract, something like that.
Yeah, and then before that, the Packers and the Saints won, and they had some pretty good receivers. But the last 4 Super Bowl winners, I'd argue, hardly had good receivers. Had no super top 5 receivers in the league, for sure.
Yeah, so that's my theory. I think if
all four of them probably had outstanding defenses more than anything.
Yeah, well, the old standby defense wins championships. But what's happening is, these guys come up for their contract renewal, and it happened in Green Bay because I think Jennings, when they won, he was still kind of in his rookie contract. So they've got good receivers, but they're not paying these guys a fortune. So it's a weird position because when you get to that spot and you're a talented receiver, it really benefits you to go get paid by somebody else and go back to mediocrity. But these guys are chasing a ring, so you got to do what you got to do. But as an owner, as a GM, I would never pay a wide receiver top dollar. I'd let them walk. I'd bring in mediocre wide receivers, and I'd spend that money elsewhere.
All right. Well, here we go, Confucius.
Oh, he found his soundboard. What up?
All right. So back on the chips.
Back on the chips.
Oh, yeah.
So, by the audience. Real quick, tight ends, Kobe Fleener, Richard Rodgers, Jason Witten. QBs, Teddy Bridgewater, Drew Brees, Matt Ryan. Kickers with Steven Hauschka. Hate that guy. Ryan Suckup. And defenses were shittiest defenses that get still as ships were Eagles, Steelers, and Dolphins. No surprise there.
Who?
Eagles, Steelers, and Dolphins.
Oh my.
Yeah. So I think now that Tony Romo has aluminum clavicles and they can't stay healthy, he's the opposite of Wolverine. Wolverine heals himself. He can't heal himself for anything. This is like the 3rd time he's broke a collarbone, right?
This year.
Right. Because he's broken both of them. And
yeah, shit, man. I thought I was being clever picking him up a few weeks before he came back from IR. I was like, Tony Romo, he's going to come back. I'm going to take him towards the playoffs. My shitty-ass fucking band of replacement fucking fantasy players. We're going to ride this to the playoffs. I'm going to be strong going in. No. Fucking Tony Romo and James Jones combined on my team for -5 points.
Yeah, James Jones had 0. That kind of bit me in the bold prediction we'll get into a little later on.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think now, like, everyone on Dallas, seeing how Matt Castle was before, I think everyone on Dallas just takes a really big hit as far as their fantasy value. Like, I don't think you get anything from – you're not going to get it from Cole Beasley, Terrence Williams, Des Bryant, Jason Witten, they're all going to take a hit. I think maybe you get something out of the running backs a little bit, but I mean they're not even solid in the running back situation. And that's totally by committee, and it's not that good of a committee to begin with. So I think I just think for the rest of this year, the next 4 weeks, while we get into the last, trying to push into the playoffs, and then we get into playoffs the championship week, I think there's no one you can really look to and count on in Dallas for your fantasy team. Another team I look at that is the Ravens. I think Matt Schaub is the guy to really do it there. I mean, he's so risky is the problem. I think Kamar Aiken could be something. I think Crockett Gilmore could be something, but I also think that he's so inconsistent and he's so pick-sixy. Like, whatever you do, don't start Matt Schaub. You can take a risk on the other guys. I mean, Javarius Buck Allen might hold some value, but at the same time, it's like if he keeps throwing interceptions like he did, I mean, yeah, that was the one thing that pissed me off. That pass was to Kamar Aiken, and then Tramon Williams went and then jumped the route, and then the rest is the rest. But that was potential points that got robbed from Kamar Aiken, who wasn't having a huge game. I mean, I wasn't expecting a lot from him, but I was like, oh, that was about another. That was at least another point there, if he would have caught it. And who knows if he would have got yards after the catch? Who knows if they would have got another target? Maybe he would have got the end zone. And Schaub just isn't the guy to really carry those receivers anywhere. So I mean, Ravens are a risk. You could run, but I feel like Ravens are a risk at this point. I feel the same way about the Eagles. Any Eagles guys that you'll get a little something out of them, but I heard Sam Bradford's back to working out, even though he's still got an injured shoulder. But I don't see anyone on the Eagles really being worthy of your fantasy team to be on your roster for this playoff push. I don't know anyone you can rely on. Someone may have a random flash, but I don't think there's anyone that you can rely on for the next 4 weeks. Miami, I don't know about this. It's like I like Lamar Miller, and then there's Jay Ayaji or whatever it is. That's his handcuff. But again, I don't know. It's like they just fired their OCs. Like first they fired the head coach. Now it's like the OC didn't do good either. So what's going to come of that in the next few weeks? How are they going to pull that together?
Yeah, Lamar Miller, another guy on my fantasy team, 1.6 points, I think. Yeah, let me look that up. Yeah, Lamar Miller, 1.6 points. So I've got Tony Romo, Lamar Miller, and James Jones combining for negative 3.4.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, didn't do so good in that game. You're welcome, Jason.
Championship numbers right there. Shit, I almost beat you with 2 people.
I told you to take everybody out and just fucking let it roll with Calvin Johnson, because Calvin Johnson had damn near 30.
Damn.
Look, if you want me to help you, anyone who wants help coaching when the draft fantasy football teams, you just let me know, okay? A small fee, nothing big. It's championship.
This guy. You know what's funny? I thought that last year too. That Andrew Luck shit the bed in the championship week.
That worked out good for me. I gotta admit, I am pleased at how that played out. That's the shittiest part is I'm the fucking reigning champion in this league, and I'm not even making the playoffs.
No, I was killing the league last year. I was like, fuck yeah, I was demolishing people. I was like, yeah, I got this. Blah, 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 here it comes. I got the win. And then the Colts get stomped out like 45-7. Andrew Luck just gets pulled like the quarter. Nothing goes right. And I'm just sitting there like, what the hell was this? You picked the wrong damn time to shit the bed, my friend.
Yeah, the ironic part is in the other league, the Yahoo League, I had the same situation going, and that's how Jason won that league last year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so of the 3 of us, all of us were fucking affected by that Andrew Luck game, and 2 of us ended up winning leagues because of it.
Ah, damn it.
Just keep rolling, baby. That's all we do. Keep rolling. Was I in your league last year? ESPN?
Yeah, you didn't do so good, though.
I don't even know. I think I let Jet draft that one.
Yeah, that's what you say. That's what you say when it fucking goes badly. I let my kid run that. Oh, yeah, my girlfriend was making those decisions. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Suddenly your 2 receivers go off, and I am the genius.
Yeah.
Oh, what can I say?
You say sorry.
So, people you trust. All right, I think Tyrod Taylor might be worth stashing on if you've got room or you feel like you might need a QB. Tyrod Taylor seems to be doing okay as of late.
He's doing all right.
He's doing all right. I mean, it was worth a stash. And if nothing else, just to keep other people away from him. You know, you got that.
Name of the game.
Yeah.
And he's going to be playing games in Buffalo in winter where it gets all fucking shitty, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him take off for a lot of yards on the ground.
Right. Yeah. That'll probably happen too. Who else is out there that I like? It seems like I don't know.
Yo, that backup tight end for fucking the Patriots. At least for this week coming up, Gronkowski's out.
Scott Chandler. Yeah, they said he should miss no more than one game, but I mean, we'll see.
I've heard another report saying he's going to miss several weeks, so we'll see.
Right.
And they're notorious for playing that shit close to the vest, so who knows out of New England. But he definitely ain't going this week, and Tom Brady needs somebody to throw the ball to so Scott Chandler can catch it.
Yeah, is LaFell in? Or is he like we need an APB on LaFell or what? Because I figured he would definitely be someone Tom Brady would throw to.
He's been in. Just Brady hasn't seen him, or he's not. You know, something's wrong with this guy. Brandon Fell had 4 catches, 36 yards last week. Just not around.
Yeah, well, we also got some pretty solid cornerbacks, so he's probably getting blanketed in Denver.
He has 342 yards on the year.
That's it.
He was out for like half the year, too, though. He came in super late. LaFell? Yeah, he was injured for a good chunk of the year.
I think he averages probably about 60 yards a game. Not too bad. No touchdowns. That hurts him.
We also got who else there? For QBs, I feel like if you don't, although it'd be weird if these guys were available, but if they are, the rookies, Winston and Mariota, might be some guys you might be looking for because they seem to might not be doing too damn bad. And those guys you might want to look out for if you really need to stash somebody for the playoff push, and look at go ahead and take a look at their matchups.
Brock Osweiler.
Oh yeah,
if you need a quarterback.
The proctologist.
I love it. I hope that somehow finds a way to catch. Yeah, I just looked at Brandon LaFell. He didn't play until week 7, so that's skewing his average over the course of the season.
Let me see.
Not that he's done great since he's been back, but
right.
He's only been in half the year.
All right, so we got that. Wide receiver. Well, let's go into some waiver wire stuff just so we can look at who's stash. I've got a couple people I think though you should drop. I'm looking at dumping Melvin Gordon. I mean, I know they're trying to feed him now at this end of the year, but I mean he just hasn't been producing. What was his stat line this weekend?
He had 60 yards, 14 rushes for 60 yards.
Yeah, that ain't so hot.
4.2 yards a carry. I'll take that all day long, but they are going to start feeding him the ball a lot more. I think that Danny Woodhead's going to get the ball a lot less. I think they're just gonna go for broke with Gordon and just keep running him.
Yeah, but I mean he's done nothing for me all year long, and I'm over it. I need production on my my roster there. Another guy, Devontae Adams might be a guy worth dumping. He's just not. Devontae Adams, wide receiver out of Green Bay. He's not.
Yeah. He was my number 1 wide receiver I picked in the Yahoo League. I thought we'd see some big things out of that guy. Not so much.
Not so. Yeah, you're right. Not so much.
I like
Calvin Johnson. Calvin Johnson has been very inconsistent this year, and he should be dropped in all leagues.
Yeah, do that, guys. Do that. that is Team Aaron.
Fucking
At a bowl of Aaron.
I feel like the Team Aaron should all take a shot for that one.
Yeah, dum.
Really? Drop Calvin Johnson? Okay.
Yeah, that wasn't sarcastic, but I will take a shot just because it's Tuesday and that's what we do.
I think as far as pickups, I like Dontrell Inman for the Chargers.
Inman for the Chargers. Some of the B squad guys for the Broncos too are worth looking at. Cody Latimer's kind of starting to emerge.
Yeah, I have Cody Latimer in the deep sleepers.
Okay.
Yeah, because also since Chris Johnson is hurt, we got to go to the other Johnson.
Why are we talking about Chris Johnson? He's the worst running back in the entire draft. Why would we discuss Chris Johnson?
God, I swear, that was man.
Who picked up Chris Johnson?
I'm sure somebody did because he was.
Kathy did.
So we got David Johnson, and Andre Elton's got dealing with turf toe, so he's got a foot injury. He's not the best. All they really got is Dave Johnson, and Arizona's offense seems to be kind of rolling there. So Dave Johnson is the guy
Yeah,
to look
just
at.
a little bit.
Yeah. Still, if you haven't grabbed him, Spencer Ware. We mentioned Javarius Buck Allen. I don't know about this guy. They keep talking about Sean Drawn, but I haven't really seen anything that he's done. He sounds like a rapper more than a football player. Antonio Andrews, I've grabbed him in a couple leagues. He's been doing okay. I just mentioned Jay Ajayi. What the hell? Remember at Miami, the handcuff for Lamar Miller. I do think Baldwin is the number one receiver in Seattle, so if Wilson doesn't air it out to like Luke Wilson, the tight end, or anyone else, he's probably going to air it out to Doug Baldwin. They occasionally go to Curse, and Tyler Lockett, but mainly.
Yeah, Tyler Lockett emerges every once in a while too. He was a guy that I kind of stashed early on, and he's got flashes of greatness, but just very inconsistent.
Yeah, nothing really like super consistent. You also got Devontae Parker, but I'm kind of out on him. Devin Funchess, I'm in on.
Finally.
Cam has finally started using him, so Devin is in there. And we mentioned Scott Chandler as the 1 week at minimum replacement for Rob Gronkowski. Crockett Gilmore, I mentioned the risk with the Ravens, but he's in there. Kyle Rudolph, another guy that seems to be getting a little bit of work. He's not doing too bad, but he's not doing super great, but you can definitely do worse. Austin Safarian Jenkins, another guy you may want to try stashing if you haven't already. QBs, Fitzy, he was in the Burritos. He was the third top producing QB this week, so Fitzpatrick's another guy you want to look at. Theo Riddick, they keep talking about Theo Riddick. He had a little flash of greatness, but then again, everybody was eating on the Eagles this week.
Yeah, it's tough to judge that game.
To judge because he's really done nothing up to that point. They are at home this week. It's Thursday Night Football again. It's Packers at Lions. Packers will be playing them. It'll be. I don't think they're going to go off like they did against the Eagles. It'll be another close game. I don't think Rio Riddick is going to be the hero. I mean, you can grab him if you think something else is going to happen later on in the season after this. But for ours this week, I don't think you're going to get a lot out of Theo Riddick. Brandon Bolden and James White. Again, it's New England. It's running back by committee, and Bill Belichick hates your fantasy football team. You can stash it, but it's at a risk. I don't know how much you're actually going to get. This week you didn't get that much out of them because they face the Broncos. That's in in Denver for once, and
finally, oh my God, I'm so glad that finally came our way.
Right, and they didn't fare too well. Tom Brady.
The Patriots since Belichick and Brady took over, they're 2-7 in Denver.
Really?
Yep.
Huh. Well,
in fact, there's one team in the NFL that Brady has a losing record against. They don't talk about it a lot, but it's the Denver Broncos.
They don't talk about it a lot.
It's weird. It never really comes up until I start screaming about it.
Right. What about the Giants?
No, he's got a winning record against the Giants. He loses the big ones against the Giants, but he's got a winning record overall.
Oh, okay.
There's one team, and it got pretty damn close when they were stomping on Tebow and when we had to go to New England to play every single year. I think they're 7-9 against us overall now, and 2-8 in Denver, something like that.
Well, the key is playing in Denver.
Yeah, they can't come to Denver and do very well at all.
All right. In Jacksonville, Alan Hearns is had a concussion. He got sent to the hospital in that SD game. So stepping up for him is Rashad Green and Brian Walters. We'll see what they do. Blake Bortles is pretty good QB. Alan Hearns and Allen Robinson, the brothers Allen have been doing well this year. With Alan Hearns out, one of those two guys is going to start catching a lot of balls, and they got to get receptions because otherwise they're going to have to because defenses are automatically going to focus in on Allen Robinson, which means one of those guys has got to step up and make plays, along with Julius Thomas. Out of Oakland this week, this guy emerged. We'll see what he does down the stretch. Seth Roberts out of Oakland. He was pretty amazing this weekend. We'll see how he does, moving forward. But that's something a guy you may want to keep an eye out for. Next up, Cody Latimer. We mentioned. Aaron had mentioned him. Aaron's been mentioning him kind of for a few weeks now. At least maybe not necessarily on the podcast, but I've heard him talk about Cody Latimer for a while.
Cody Latimer and Benny Fowler. See, the thing that's interesting now that Brock Osweiler is the starting quarterback is he's got those receivers that he's spent the past couple of years working with on the B team. So Manning is over there taking reps with Sanders and Thomas, but Osweiler's over there building a relationship with Latimer and Fowler. So when push comes to shove and shit's on the line, he's looking at those guys more often than Manning would. So Latimer got his first touchdown last week. Fowler's getting more targets. Latimer's getting more targets. And they're more comfortable catching the passes from him, too, because they're used to him. So now that there's a new quarterback running the scheme, it changes the way the receivers are used in Denver. You know, you're still going to get more targets to the outside guys. But these guys that were completely invisible before, they're emerging now.
Owen Daniels is another good target. He's going to be available in a lot of leagues. So look for him.
Yeah, Owen Daniels. And it's tough to see moving forward what Vernon Davis is going to do to him. But the two tight end set is a big deal in the Kubiak system. So now that they've got, well, Green was a pretty solid tight end too. But now that they've got Owen Daniels and Vernon Davis, both of those guys, you know, it's hard to say who's going to get the looks one week versus another, but both of those guys are going to be getting targets.
Speaking of another guy they talk about with tight ends, Vance McDonald. Here's the thing. Who would have known that Blaine Gabbert would have outdone Colin Kaepernick?
I'm not surprised. Colin Kaepernick was hot fucking garbage, man. That's a situation where Tarnell Mims could have gone in and probably done better than fucking Colin Kaepernick.
I'm not in the best shape of my life. But I'm just saying, I would be able to at least do my checkdowns and look through my progression.
You could have looked left and seen fucking Torrey Smith completely uncovered and threw him the ball with your left hand for a touchdown instead of giving up a safety.
Pitch.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have stared down Michael Crabtree in that NFC Championship game.
I probably would have.
No, that was the wrong time.
I'm not a good quarterback.
He didn't look. I always love that play. Every time I just stared at that, he knew who he was throwing from the bit, and he didn't care about anybody else.
Well, did you see the report that Tyrann Mathieu? I don't know if it's a report or interview or whatever, but Tyrann Mathieu was talking about that when the fucking Cardinals just beat the piss out of him. And he was saying, we knew his progressions. We knew exactly where he was going to look. We knew everything he was going to do because he just telegraphed everything. So they were easily able to completely fucking dominate on him.
Oh, that's bad. What the hell is that?
I don't know. Jason's writing something. What are you writing over there, Jason?
Say what?
What are you doing over there? Are you writing something?
Yeah, a couple things.
You putting some whipped cream on your pie?
A couple things here and there. Don't worry about me.
All right.
You want some of my pie? You want some pie?
Do you have pie? I don't know. We can maybe share a slice. I'll take a sliver.
Pie or whippets? Which one is it?
You can come have some of my Asian pie.
Hey, take it easy.
Oh, that's another soundbite there.
Yeah.
You like some whipped cream? You like
start writing this shit down, Tarnell, because you can start building a soundboard for next year.
Yeah. Oh, you want some of my Asian pie? That's
got some of my Asian pie.
You want some of my Asian pie? And me saying, yeah, I want more meat.
All right. Out of Green Bay, we got Jeff Janis and Jeff Abrederis. We'll see how those guys play out. It's still iffy. We gotta just right the ship on so many things on that. I mean, you still got Aaron Rodgers there, so somebody's gonna catch something, but I don't know. We're so inconsistent. If you need a tight end,
I feel like Denver's a little bit responsible for this because I feel like we kind of put out the playbook on how to handle the defense, and I don't think you guys have adjusted yet.
I don't know if it's
no,
that's true.
Easy there.
It happened.
Zach Miller out of Chicago, as much as I hate it, Zach Miller is getting a lot of targets, and
he's fucking nowhere too, man.
He's getting targets, and most of his targets are in end zone, touchdown targets. So look for Zach Miller.
Yeah, Cutler trusts him in the end zone now because he can kind of just throw it in his direction, and the dude's been bringing him in.
Yeah, so there's that as far as the deep sleepers. Yeah, there goes Jason. All right. All right, then we're having a discussion. I guess we're not doing the podcast right now.
Yeah, we're not having a discussion or anything. When he comes back, penalty shot.
Oh yeah, totally. He's totally penalty shot. Getting the penalty shot. Yeah, I'm trying to look at people that you want to look down the stretch, man, and just
It's tough, and now's the time where you want to start looking at the opponents in the week 15, week 16 range, because you want to start finding the guys that are up against the mediocre defenses, the guys that aren't really playing for much on the defensive side of the ball, and they're just going to be in prevent, and they're letting the garbage time run off, and they don't really care.
right.
Oh, Jason's back. Are you back, Jason?
Well, I'm sorry, what? I've been here the whole time.
No, you actually owe us a penalty shot, so drink up, motherfucker.
Yeah, shoot up, bitch.
Okay.
All right. I'll drink, I guess. He's still riding the high from his bold prediction last week when the Chargers got their ass kicked.
Hey, winning's winning.
Next Sunday night's an interesting matchup. I wouldn't have thought so before, but given their current situation, next Sunday, not this week, but week 14, Sunday night matchup is interesting.
What are you looking at?
It's Patriots at Texans. And, before I wouldn't have thought much of that.
Yeah, now that does become real interesting. Now that becomes that becomes the real defining moment for the Texans.
Right.
And the real end of an era for the Patriots. So that'll be nice.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh, yeah, I get to talk shit to our friend Haile. Cowboys are going to be at Green Bay next week. That'll be good.
Hey, you guys should be able to pick up a win then.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, and the Vikings will be playing the Cardinals on Thursday night that week. Oh, it's so good.
You just looking over the whole schedule for the year and drooling?
I was kind of looking, just kind of looking at matchups and stuff. But one thing I want to say regarding our fantasy league, the ESPN league, the guy we've been giving crap this whole season that was winless, and
he didn't win, did he?
Andrew Luck overall finally got a win this week.
No, who'd he beat? Oh man,
he beat Rafael.
Oh god, that fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Way to fuck it up, Rafael.
Yeah, he was almost at 0-13 season, almost there. But
that makes me upset. I gotta look this up here.
What does Rafael have? 2 wins?
No, Rafael's got like 5. Rafael's like 5-7.
Oh, and he got stomped too, 103-63.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Is Rafael playing by players and shit? No, he's he's playing all the guys we talk about: Des Bryant, Todd Gurley, Jason Witten.
Yeah, see,
he's suffering from my issue there. And he drafted Aaron Rodgers first overall too. So as Aaron Rodgers goes, his team goes.
Right.
I think we've all decided drafting a quarterback first round is no bueno.
No,
it really isn't.
Especially if it's the first 5 picks. Maybe if it's pick 11 or 12.
I think Rafael was drafted real close to last, so it wasn't a horrible pick at the time, but like we've discovered, there's plenty of solid. What's his name? Dalton was completely undrafted in the league, so you can find a solid quarterback way deep in the draft.
I've been writing Bortles ever since Brent Roethlisberger's been hurt. He's been great. I grabbed him way later on in the draft. So I mean,
yeah, he was another guy I was looking at. All these guys that I was like maybe iffy on, I just picked wrong on fucking all of them. I went Bridgewater instead of Bortles, shit like that.
Shit like that.
Wrong side of the coin flip every time this year.
I don't even know who I have on my team, but fuck it, I'm winning.
Exactly.
This guy.
You know what the real story is? He let his son draft this league. That's what happened.
That's what it is.
Here it is.
That's it. My son drafted one league, my daughter drafted the other. Who would have thought? I'm just pissed off I lost the game in the ESPN league. I don't know how that happened.
Who'd you lose to?
I don't know.
Levi, I think.
Oh, okay.
Levi was pretty stoked to knock you off your. Excuse me.
Was it Levi?
Yeah, pretty well. I'm assuming it was Levi, because Levi was the one that sent me a message and was like, "Yeah, the mighty have fallen. Fuck that motherfucker. I hate him and everything he stands for." That kind of shit.
Jason, there's no need for that. Hold on.
Let's see here. I lost 2 verbal assault. Who's that? That hurt my ears.
Darnell's getting quicker with the fucking sound drops.
And I got my ass kicked by 25 points.
Yeah, that was that. The verbal assault is Levi.
Yep.
All right, so let me see who else. Yeah, I mean, man, it's everyone I mentioned is someone you need to be looking for, and then you just start according to matchups. Because, like, what happened to Willie Snead? Like, the Saints just fell off. Because I was thinking, oh yeah, Willie Snead, and it's like, you know what? The Saints haven't done shit. And this week they're like at home, but they're going against the Panthers, and that's just going to be ugly.
Yeah. I mean, the Saints are just fucking struggling, and I think a big, huge part of that is the lack of Jimmy Graham.
They were that was a marriage there, and they shouldn't have divorced.
It really was, because both of them are obviously way worse without each other.
Right? Cowboys at Redskins. Monday nights really are bad. Remember when Monday nights used to be the great games? Now they're just horrible.
Yeah, I think part of the problem is the disparity in the league. It's hard to gauge who's going to be good and who's not.
Yeah, they're just taking some flyers. You know, they were thinking Menzel and Cleveland.
Well, plus that's an NFC East matchup, and NFC East has a huge fucking fan base. So
rivalry going.
Yeah, Cowboy. You know, people are gonna watch that game, even though, well, I mean, the Redskins are doing all right now. They're in first place, but
that's something I didn't mention.
I think they're under 500 at that.
Kirk Cousins is somebody to actually look at. He's been all right lately. I don't forget. I told you there was someone else. I was like, man, there's someone else, but I just couldn't think of who. But
Washington Redskins are first place at 5-6. That's fucking stupid.
Yeah, that's one of those divisions that nobody wants.
No, here you take it. No, you take it.
The Cowboys really don't want it. Everyone else kind of don't want it.
Let me go look at this dude here. Hold on.
AFC South is 6-5. First place 6-5.
Oh yeah, AFC South is horrible. I mean, the fact that at what is it? Where are they now? Like 4-8 or something, or 5-7, something weird. The Jaguars are like still have a chance at it.
And who would have thought Matt Hasselbeck would send them to 3 wins?
Yeah, I'm a little surprised at how that's played out myself.
Yeah.
He's always been a pretty solid quarterback, though. But
he's like 80 years old.
Yeah, true, but it's... How old is he, really? He's probably younger than, Brees and Manning.
Listen, people,
he was drafted in 94.
Listen, people, this Monday night, you may want to start Kirk Cousins. I just realized that. Okay, against, like, the solid defense like Carolina, he only had, like, 8.6 points. 8.68 points. New England, it was 12.68. But he blew up against Philly, blew up against the he wasn't that great against Atlanta or the Jets. The Jets have a decent defense. He blew up against Tampa Bay, blew up against New Orleans. He did pretty damn good. He had 24 points against the Giants. I feel like he's about to drop another 20+ on Dallas on Monday.
Yeah, I would not be surprised at all.
So Kirk Cousins may be something else if you're looking for QBs, maybe something to grab. At Chicago, home against Buffalo, at Philly. Those are his next 4. Those are the weeks 13, 14, 15, and 16.
Oh, at Philly in week 16? Yeah, that might be a guy you just want to grab if he's available. I'd kind of be surprised at this point if he was, but if he is, snatch him up.
I'm just saying, dude, that's match him. If they keep rolling the way they are, yes. What has Deshaun? Speaking of Kirk Cousins, it makes me wonder what Deshaun Jackson's been doing lately. That's a guy who really used to be a name, and it's like, what happened there?
Matt Hasselbeck was drafted in 98.
What's up?
Matt Hasselbeck was drafted in 98. I think that was the same year friggin' Peyton Manning was drafted.
Jesus Christ.
Maybe. 97, 98, one of those.
Yeah, because Ryan Leaf was drafted right with Peyton Manning.
That's right.
Yeah, we remember Ryan
in the
Leaf.
90s. He was drafted in the 90s, and he's still playing. 17th year, it's crazy.
Charles Woodson was drafted in the 90s. That one's the crazy one. It's not that shocking to see a quarterback do that well that deep, but it's fucking amazing to see a defensive back playing at damn near 40 years old.
Yeah, I think.
And they were in the same draft, Woodson and Manning.
Yeah, I remember. And this was the first year Woodson finally got his pick against Manning.
Yeah.
He just had to wait long enough. That's why he stuck around.
Yeah. He's retired now.
17 years. Jesus. Yeah, that's crazy. He's a safety now. He's not running that much, but still, it's amazing.
I don't know. He's still going sideline to sideline.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in incredible shape. It's ridiculous.
I'm still a little bummed out that Denver wasn't able to entice him over. It's worked out all right, but I would have liked to see him finish it up in Denver.
And then
he should have just finished it up where he won his ring at.
Well, didn't you guys let him go?
Something like that.
Yeah, I don't think you wanted him anymore. You got Ha-Ha.
Well, Ha-Ha's our safety. We ended up drafting like a shit ton of corners. So we've got Shields and we've got Casey Hayward, but everyone's injured. We had Devon House, but he's somewhere else. We had Tremont Williams. We let him go. He's the one who picked off Schaub.
Yeah, you couldn't have kept Woodson as a cornerback. He wouldn't be still having success as a quarterback.
Well,
but
what we were doing, we were keeping him as a hybrid linebacker.
Yeah, he likes to kind of go into linebacker too, which is fucking insane. Dude,
Dom Capers loves having DBs that he can do a hybrid thing with. It's crazy.
So Woodson, Matt Hasselbeck, and Peyton Manning are the only three players left from that draft in '98. Or the oldest players out there.
Yeah.
Well, not really Peyton Manning because he's dead, but everyone else.
He's only mostly dead.
Yeah. Grab Deshaun Jackson. He was injured at the beginning of the season, and the first game was New England game, which Kirk Cousins didn't do well, so only got 1.5 points.
Nah, that guy's not available.
Yeah.
The one has 4.4, and now it's like 14.7 and 12.6. So he'll get you a good 10+ points. If your league's dumb enough to leave him available.
Yeah, what's the? I'm gonna look him up right now. What's the numbers on his ownership? I bet it's up in the 98% range.
No, it's not that bad.
Here on NFL.com, he's like 79.2%.
79.2, yeah.
Okay, yeah, ESPN 79. So he may be there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He's probably there in like the 18 leagues.
Right. The 16-team league, they stash him away.
True.
All right. Well, I think that's pretty much. I'm trying to think of somebody else that you really, really want to look for. But that's pretty much it. I
think we pretty much covered everybody.
I'm like, if you haven't really figured out who you need to grab by this point, you don't know how you like your team. I don't know. You're probably not watching football. So let's go ahead and do a little bit of sponsorship love and get into our bold predictions and weekly fantasy picks. Weekly pick'ems. All right. So everybody, you know the drill. Fantasy sports fans are winning huge cash prizes every day at DraftKings.com, America's favorite place to play daily fantasy sports. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Just pick your sport and draft your team. It's a new season every time you play, so you're never stuck with the same players. Over $1 billion will be won at DraftKings.com this year, and you could be next to win big. Go to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code FIESTA to play for free. That's Fiesta, Fiesta, for free entry now at DraftKings.com. Also, don't forget to go to our FantasyFootball.com page. Go to the support link. You can click and become a Fantasy Football Fiesta patron. Or if you just want to just hook us up, just say, hey, these guys made me laugh. Boom, here's $1. That's good too. Our Amazon link. Go to that.
Yeah, use the Amazon link.
If nothing else, go to the Amazon link and click on that thing, and just shop through there. In fact,
it's fucking Christmas season, and they've got a deal right now. You use our link, and you get 30 days free of Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime is free 0-day delivery. I don't know if you can see it, my little bedspread back there. I ordered that 2 in the afternoon today. That shit was delivered this evening for free.
Ah, it's good to be in San Diego.
Well, that's available in a lot of areas. But you get your, you know, even if it's not free same-day delivery, you get free 2-day delivery on everything. Shit, sign up, get your fucking free Amazon Prime, use it for 30 days, do all your Christmas shopping. Shit shows up for free in 2 days. Cancel it.
Yeah. Yeah. Showing up in 2 days is an amazing thing. I remember I ordered something late as like 9 p.m. and it's on a Friday night, and it still got there by like 11:30 on Sunday. It's insane.
Yeah, they do Sunday delivery too, which is genius. I mean, it is fucking amazing. You don't have to go to the mall. You don't got to shop through anything. Returns are fucking easy. Just fucking do it.
Yeah. Please do that. Also on our YouTube page, if you're watching us right now on YouTube, there is a little tab on our YouTube page, a little tip jar there. So, hey, made me giggle, or hey, he gave me good advice. Here's $1. Especially if you win your league, you get making the playoffs.
Yeah, pitch in some fucking beer money for Tarnell. He's drinking wine that has bubbles in it.
Yeah, there's no bubbles in the wine.
Hook us up. We need some beer money to keep this fiesta going.
Listen, this week it's a fancy fiesta.
What's the code for Amazon?
No, you just click the link. Go to the website, fantasyfootballfiesta.com, and click on shit. What does it say? Support? Yeah, follow the support link, and then click the Amazon banner and just sign up there.
You heard it.
Boom, in fact, link. Jason's about to go sign up right now.
I'm gonna sign up right now.
Make sure you read out your credit card number out loud as you input.
44362. I forgot the rest. Okay.
The Amazon Prime is literally fucking amazing. I love it.
I do too.
Shit, I used to get toilet paper delivered.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, like, you know, the random shit that you go to Walmart for, not only do you not have to go shopping for it anymore, but you can actually set it up so it will just deliver regularly, and you get an extra discount. You're like, I need a thing of toilet paper every 3 months, and just poof, shit shows up for free at your door every 3 months. Well, not you. I mean, you got to pay for it, but there's no shipping. There's no nothing. And that's not even talking about their fucking streaming services and all of that shit. So it's the best money you ever spent.
Yep, I agree. All right, so that's about it for supporting us and saying yay to the funny guys that drink and talk fantasy sports.
Yay.
And Jason.
Yay.
Oh, that's good. All right, so
That's good.
let's go to the bold predictions for last week.
Oh, shit.
So,
How did I do? I remember my prediction. I didn't go look at scores, though. I don't think Osweiler threw much. I think
all right,
we got our rushing touchdown.
let's go number one. Aaron said Brock Osweiler would have more fantasy points than Tom Brady. Osweiler,
We got our touchdowns on the ground, I think.
Osweiler had 15.2 points to Brady's 29.2.
Yeah.
So I think you were wrong on that.
Slightly.
Jason said Romo would have more fantasy points than Cam Newton.
Hey, Peyton Manning had more fantasy points than Tony Romo.
This is true. Romo had negative 1.76 to Cam 17.82. So I think you were wrong, Jason.
Fuckers.
And then
That's actually wrong.
I said James Jones will have more fantasy points than Mr. Alshon Jeffrey. And then we have James Jones at 0 to Alshon Jeffrey's 9.
Oh,
Yeah, we all suck. I was the closest. Yay.
You suck.
Yeah, well, sort of. I mean, all James Jones really needed was like a 20-yard touchdown catch, and he would like or a 30-yard touchdown catch. He would have been fine.
Yeah, well, coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Yeah, really. All right.
So we're all taking shots?
I'm taking more wine.
All right. Dainty, I love it. Fiesta, Team Aaron. I think this is shot number 4 for the night. We need to get a scoreboard going.
Do we?
Yeah.
Do
Just that shows number of shots. Shit, it could even be just a whiteboard behind Tarnell there.
Yeah, I'll probably set that up soon. That'll work.
We can add that to the list for next year.
Yeah, I got a whole thing for improvements. All right. So, what are our bold predictions for this week?
I don't know. Can I keep riding the same train? Osweiler outscores Phillip Rivers.
I
Is that
don't
getting
know.
boring?
That's not bold for this week.
Yeah, we have a defense.
Yeah, that's not. Come on now.
All right, let me ponder here then, because obviously it's got to be something to do with the Chargers-Broncos game.
No,
Obviously. Well, mine will be too.
no, shit. Here we go.
What is yours? You got one already?
Me?
Phillip
Oh,
Rivers.
Jason.
Phillip Rivers will outperform Brock Osweiler.
Eat a dick. Fuck off.
Okay, so that's a no.
Wow.
If I can't do it, you can't do it.
So that's a no. Copy. Okay. Melvin Gordon will have more fantasy points than C.J. Anderson.
How
That's
many?
definitely bold. I was about to go C.J. Anderson will have more fantasy points than Phillip Rivers.
No, you're an idiot.
These are bold, motherfucker. Bold.
More points than C.J. Anderson.
Pretty bold. Listen to myself.
Yeah, that's... And I'm an idiot. Give me a fucking break. Can I combine it? Can I combine the fucking C.J. Anderson plus Ronnie Hillman will outscore Phillip Rivers plus Antonio Gates?
So Hillman,
Of course.
Anderson, more points than Gates Rivers.
Yes.
If you dare.
Well, no, because that doubles up if he throws a touchdown to him. That's a 12-point fucking toss.
And you digress.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't do that. Melvin Gordon plus Phillip Rivers are underperformed by Ronnie Hillman plus C.J. Anderson.
All right. I'll
So our running backs outdo your back plus receiver or quarterback. Yeah, I like it. Part of me thinks it's not bold enough.
Oh, that's some shit talking there.
Oh, did you catch that? I thought it was subtle. So who do we got? Me and Jason are in. Did you get yours turned out?
I'm looking at one right now. Ooh. Here is bold. Matt Shaw will outperform
That's definitely bold.
Ryan Tannehill.
Oh, Jesus. I'm assuming they're playing each other?
Yep.
Oh, God, that's ugly.
Hey, it is.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it's bold. That falls under the category of who cares, I think, but sure.
All right, I signed up. Got free Prime.
Nice.
Don't know what the hell I'm gonna do with it now, but
Now shop, bastard.
I
Yeah,
will.
use the fuck out of it.
I need some beers.
Order some beers. Free 2-day delivery.
You know, I've never been on this website before.
Are you
That
serious?
is fucking ridiculous.
That's crazy. Really? Amazon's like one of my favorite. That's like one of the best websites on the net, like just for stuff for retail.
Yeah.
Shit, I could have got a freaking battery for $11. Look at this.
Yeah, remember me telling you? $8. You're all talking about your Black Friday deals. I'm like,
I know.
that's great. You're
Yeah,
a genius.
Yeah, I can sit in a chair and just go on Amazon and not have to worry about anything.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
And then does Amazon guarantee everything, even used, or is it just new stuff?
Yeah, I mean, returns are fucking incredibly easy.
Yeah, they don't give you. They don't give you any shit at all.
Like the way this played out with my my fucking bedspread back here. I ordered one that said it was burgundy and it showed up bright red, and I ordered it on Thursday. It showed up Friday, bright red, and I was like, this is bullshit. So I scheduled a return. UPS came up and picked it up for free. Like, I just printed out the label. So they came to my house, picked it up for free yesterday. I got the refund this morning. I ordered this one at 2 in the afternoon, and this one showed up at about 7:30 tonight. Yeah, it's fucking insane.
Oh, well, we'll see.
So just try it out for your Christmas shopping. Check out the fucking the Amazon streaming video is cool, but also the fucking music. I use the music all the time in my car. So like I got the streaming shit to my phone. I Bluetooth that to the stereo, and it's fucking wonderful.
I can shop on my phone. Do they have an Amazon app?
Yeah, of course. I don't know. I mean, probably.
I don't know.
I don't shop on my phone. I use a computer for that. You use your phone for shit that I just open up my laptop.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's good to know.
Just wait till they launch Amazon porn, and it's a done deal. Amazon will control the world.
Yeah, pretty much.
Google and Amazon.
All right, so now we're on to our final segment of the week, our weekly pick'ems.
Oh, I like this part. I feel like I did good, but I have no idea who I picked, and I don't have any idea how I did.
All right, so last week, Aaron, you went 4-4.
Yeah.
You went 2-6. I went 4-4.
Oh my god.
Our overall is Aaron 50. Aaron's our current leader at 50-46. Jason, you're 42-54. I'm 40-56. I'm catching up to you, Jason. Thank you for second.
Terrible.
Yeah, so we all were right about Panthers at Cowboys. We were all wrong about Bears at Packers. I was the only one that was wrong. I'm the only one who picked the Falcons to beat the Vikings. I was right because I was the only person to pick the who was that? Bucks at Colts? I think it was. Yeah, I was the only person to pick the Colts. Aaron, we were wrong about the Jacksonville winning. Chargers ended up winning.
Man, that was stupid. Fuck you, Chargers.
Yeah.
Well, I was bitter. Like, I thought the Chargers could win it, but I was pissed off because I picked the Chargers the week before, and they just got their dicks kicked inside out.
Right. That's why I didn't pick them.
Like, they didn't even just lose. They got their dicks straight kicked inside out on their home field.
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah, no, I was there, asshole. Thanks.
Here's the thing.
Inside out. That's a vagina.
Normally, Jacksonville's really bad, and this was a game that the Chargers should have won and normally would have lost. This year, Jacksonville's not that bad a team, and for some reason, the Chargers, after all getting their asses kicked so much, happened to win this one. Go fucking figure. Next up, we all got it wrong. We all said Steelers at Seahawks, and yeah, the Seahawks won. Aaron and I were right because we said Broncos. Jason, you were wrong. You said Patriots.
Dipshit.
Yeah. I kind of saw that one coming, I gotta say. Me and Aaron were right. We said Texans will beat the Saints, and Jason, you were right with your Saints, and they lost. So that's how that played out last week.
Yay, Saints.
So now we got this week. First up is our Thursday night game. Packers at Lions. I will stick with my boys. I am picking the Pack.
Packers at who?
Lions. This should have been easy.
It's at Lions.
Hold on. I need to get drunker for this.
I'll pick the Packers.
Oh. I almost have to pick the Packers now just because that maintains my lead. Do I go poker style or do I pick with my heart?
No cheating.
That ain't cheating.
That's
Fuck off.
cheating.
Fiesta, for the record.
So you're picking Packers, Aaron?
Man, See, here's the problem. I want to pick Packers, but I think the Lions are probably going to win this.
Then don't be a pussy. Get out there and do it.
Come on. Lone Wolf. Let's go.
All right, put it down. I'm taking Lions.
There it is. Put it on the board.
All right.
Peer pressure's a bitch.
Next up is the New York battle, Jets and Giants.
God.
I gotta go Jets on this.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go Jets on this one too.
Fitzpatrick's been doing really fucking well. The
Giants just
fucking Giants are not. But the Giants always like to turn shit around. This is where the Giants suddenly become amazing.
Right, I'm picking the Giants because of that. Next up, Seahawks at Vikings.
Seahawks at Vikings.
Vikings.
I think. Oh, Jesus. All right, for that I'm going Seahawks. Damn you! I was gonna pick the Vikings too.
So you're not going with your heart, and you're just trying to pick up wins against me? Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
I'm gonna have to change my shit to the Packers.
Do it.
Dude, you're locked in. What are you talking about?
Yep, I'm locked in.
Yeah, if we go back changing shit, it'll get stupid.
Jaguars at Titans.
That's gotta be the Jaguars, right?
What?
Gotta be the Jaguars.
I'm thinking Titans.
Well, you're terrible at this, so that works out well for me. Jaguars.
Titans.
Because, oh, never mind.
Yeah, at this point, Jason's just fucking rolling the dice on me being wrong, trying to catch up.
That's it.
All right, the last game is, of course, the your guys' matchup, so I'm looking for 3 other ones I didn't really get to figure it out.
I was gonna say last game. Have we already picked 7?
No, we've picked 4.
I'm like, am I drunker than I thought I was?
Yeah. I'm not doing Eagles at Patriots because that's just stupid. There's Cowboys, Redskins, Colts, Steelers, Chiefs, Raiders, Bengals, Browns, Ravens, Dolphins, Texans, Bills, Niners, Bears, Falcons, Bucks. You know
Falcons
what?
Bucks is one that
Which one?
Falcons Bucks could kind of go either way.
But
It'll be fun to see the Eagles kick the shit out of the Patriots too.
that's not going to happen.
Don't be a dick.
I'm just saying it. I'm not picking it. I'm just saying it out loud.
No, there's a
All right.
t-shirt. There's a Maryland t-shirt called "Don't be a dick."
Not who? I got Bucks.
Aaron, who do you have?
Bucks at Falcons.
Nope, Falcons at Bucks.
Oh.
Go
Go ahead. It's time for Jason to pick first. Fuck this.
I picked the Falcons.
Aaron?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pick Falcons.
Fucker. I changed my pick.
No, you're locked in, motherfucker.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Cheating motherfucker.
This is not cheating.
All right. So now we've got where I'm at here. Okay. Yeah, how many I got left? Let me look. That's 2 left to choose. Should I get one of my kids in here and have them pick?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me do that.
Do it.
All right.
That's okay. They don't need to go to school.
Yeah, why not? They're up late anyway. Who cares? All right, I'll be right back, folks.
You can't do any worse.
This will be interesting. He's. I'm not even looking at the screen here, so he just fucking bailed out.
I put my phone on eBay. See if I can sell it.
Sell it? Yeah, that's fucking completely relevant. Thanks for sharing.
You're on the internet.
No bid so far.
Stand right here.
Weird. All right.
Let me see if you're. Let me make sure I can see you because I'm looking at another window here.
Nope.
All right, get
Come
down.
down.
All right, this is my daughter Eris. Everybody, say hi, Eris. All right.
Interneters, say hi.
All right, so you're picking our last two games for the week. So, what games are? Oh my God, stupid cat. All right.
Cats are stupid.
What game should we pick a game? This one or
This is very important. The fate of the world rests on this decision.
I could just pick like anyone out of these.
right? You're right. Pick a game. Let's see if we've already picked it or not. Just pick.
Pick it right. Oh, she can't even hear us.
We
Come on.
did
Pick
the
it
top of the book
Yeah,
already.
she can't hear. So anybody just listening to the audio version, we got Tarnell's daughter in here looking at the matchups now.
Jaguars.
Dang it.
Yeah, we did that one.
Broncos?
That one we got the Broncos.
Eagles?
You want to do the Eagles and Patriots?
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
All right. She just has Eagles as we're doing Eagles Patriots. Yeah.
I'll pick the Patriots. Aaron, who do you want?
Man, I would love nothing more than to see the Eagles kick the snot out of the Patriots, but I can't put a knee.
Wait. Jason, you have the Eagles?
No, I said the Eagles. Yep, Eagles.
You took the Eagles?
Yep.
All right. Did you write that down?
Yeah, I got that down. Yeah, he's
You're
locked in.
right, though.
All right, and then I'm taking the Patriots.
All right, Eric, so you got one more.
Wait, who did you pick, Tarnell?
I put down the Patriots.
Man, you was on everything, right? What's gonna happen when you're done with all of them?
Well, we need to choose one more because we're picking them. You talk about it.
No, but then what happens when you're done? What happens when you're done with this whole thing?
We're not the whole thing. We need one more game for you to choose.
Oh, this is exciting. Panthers and Saints.
All right, Panthers Saints. Thank you.
Oh, this will be good because Jason's going to take the Saints because he's a dumb shit.
All
Jason, go ahead and pick first.
All right, shut the door on your way out.
I'm going to take the Saints.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and ride with the Panthers.
Oh, why would you take the Saints in that?
Drunk pick'ems are fun.
I hate Aaron.com.
He's just hoping for some crazy miracles so he can close this gap.
All right, I am also choosing the Panthers. I got to pick Scam Newton. I like it.
Scam
Scam Newton. I like that. I like that. Yeah, I hope he just does end zone dances and everyone complains about it. That'd be great. So we're there. Here we are. Last game of the week. The game of the week. Broncos at Chargers. How say you?
All right, Tarnell, you make your pick.
Me first? Oh yeah.
Well, come on now, Tarnell.
Yeah, I wonder how Jason and I are going to pick. This is a bit of a mystery.
I am picking Broncos.
You're an idiot. The Chargers are at home.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
were
we're
at home
home
against fucking
against
KC.
you dumb
You were at
shit.
home against fucking Raiders.
I'll give you one more chance. You can change it right now.
Oh, yeah. This whole time you guys have been at home, you guys have shit the bed every damn time.
We've won 2 out of 6. It's not bad.
Hey, I went to a Broncos versus Chargers game in San Diego once. That was fun.
Yeah, isn't that the one where they came back on them at the half?
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah.
that wasn't.
I gotta go Broncos. Come on, dude. Like, you guys got raped by the Chiefs, or as Aaron put it, you got kicked in the dick and it turned into a vagina.
Mhm.
You got beat by the Raiders. Like, at that point, I knew the season was over when you lost to the Raiders at home. So, it's gonna be you're gonna get swept by division at home. The Broncos are gonna win that one, unfortunately, and yeah, that's that. That's my call. Aaron, why? So you're picking the Chargers, Aaron?
Yeah, no.
Am I locking you in?
No, you can go ahead and lock me in for a Denver win on this one. I like our chances. Now, the one thing that makes me nervous is the Chargers do like to do stupid shit and start winning irrelevant games and fucking up their draft position.
We're winning out.
But I don't think this is it. I think they're in disarray. I think their running game is weak. I think they're injured. I don't think they've got a line. And even with our injuries on the defense, I think we can take care of this win.
We're going to win by 2 scores.
There's a bold prediction.
Jesus Christ.
He means by 2 extra points. That's got to be what he's talking about.
We're gonna win by 10 points or more. It'll be 27-17.
That's retarded in the offensive way. I'll take 4-1 on that.
Brock Osweiler's retarded.
Brock Osweiler is the next coming of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
You're gonna have to pray. You're gonna have to pray for Brock on this one.
Hold on.
Are you writing down the timestamp on that?
Oh my God. What is that?
It's Christmas season, motherfucker.
Yeah, it's Christmas season. It says in stock, but may require an extra 1 to 2 days to process.
Yeah, some of them are not quite as quick. It depends on who's shipping it. For the record, I have 7 limes lined up here, so I've taken 7 shots on top of all of my drinks.
7 lines?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Good times. I love this part. You know, I'm taking the Broncos, and Jason's pick of more than 2 scores is ridiculous, to say the least.
We do. So we do.
So who are you picking?
The Chargers, motherfucker. 27-17. Brock Osweiler's going to throw 1 touchdown, 2 picks. Philip Rivers is going to throw for 350 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Oh,
yeah. Apparently he hasn't been listening to this podcast.
How are you winning fantasy again?
Because his kids are picking. Now
dominate.
What's going on? Fantasy. He's letting his kids run his fucking fantasy team. Now we know what's going on.
You're just gonna shut your hole and pay me. That's all you're gonna do.
Yeah, I got $5 coming your way. That was a great blowjob last weekend. That's not even true. It was mediocre, but
it's my pie. It's my pie. You like my pie?
All right.
That was insane.
In the membrane.
So Jason's going like 1-7 next week.
Dude, Jason. Yeah. Dude, Jason might fuck around and get up 0-8.
He picked the Eagles.
He did.
Picked the Saints.
Just in spite of you.
Yeah, that'll show me how me and my feelings are hurt.
I hope they are.
God damn.
That Falcons, Eagles, Saints, Chargers, that's 4 losses right there.
Who was the Falcons?
Falcons at Bucks. You picked the Falcons too. You're a dumbass.
No, I mean that could go either way. That one's a maybe, but you know, well, like I said, maybe.
Yeah.
I really wish I could go back in time and change my Green Bay pick, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. All right. Well, I think that does it for this week, week 13. Everyone, make sure to do your waiver wire stuff. Get your locks in.
Hit us up on Twitter at @AbolaofAaron. Find us, talk shit, especially all you Patriots fans. Tell me all of your butt hurtness. I want to hear about it.
Yeah. I'm ABO Alpha Supreme. That's me. Hit me up. I'll pay attention. I'll respond. And Jason, don't pay attention to him. He's drunk and crazy.
Nah.
He's a dimwit. Nah.
Oh my God. All right. Well, for Jason and Aaron, I'm Tarnell. This has been Week 13 Fantasy Football Fiesta. We'll see you next week, Week 14, Round 1 of the playoffs. Should be fun. And we are out. Peace.
I get 2 bye weeks, motherfuckers.
Oh, gee, no one cares, Jason. No.